country.
Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another story time. It's going to be part 2 about my toxic friend I had to cut off, and her name is going to be Rotten in this story. Before I get into the story, go ahead and like and subscribe. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the story. So I ended part 1 basically saying high school was over. I was getting into the mood where I just wanted to start having fun, start going out, start meeting people, start meeting boys, because I wasn't around enough people growing up. So I was ready to get out and have some fun. So around this time, I started my first job, and it just so happened that Rotten had started that job too. I don't know if we put each other on the job or if we both just found the job because we were just applying to jobs that are in the area. But it was at a mall, at a retail shop, and it was like 15 minutes from both of us. At this time, I had moved to the south side of Houston, and she was still in the area where we grew up, but it was still only 15 minutes from both of us. So every time I would come to work, I usually got there earlier than her because I did like the earlier shift and would get off in the afternoon shift, and she would come in like 2 hours after me. So I would get there probably like 4 a.m. and she would get there around 6 a.m. And when I would see her, when she would finally come in, I would like go to her section and chill with her, and she would her conversation every time we would talk would be about a new dude she was seeing, and they weren't like just like talking or nothing like that. They were, she was having sex with new dudes every day. I came back to work, it was a new dude that she was sexing up, and she was just acting like, acting like, yeah, I'm, playing these niggas. I got all these niggas. That's what she was acting like it was, but I could see it all over her face, and I just knew her personality, so I knew you're not really just trying to, like, you're not trying to be a player. You're just really insecure, so you're just having sex with all these dudes. I would try to talk it out with her because it's the type of friend I am. But every time I would try to talk it out, she would just be like, not trying to hear it, and just be like, getting an attitude. So I was just like, whatever. I mean, that's your business. You can, do your thing. I mean, you want to sleep with the world, that's your business. I tried to talk it out with you as a friend. You ain't trying to hear it, so do you. So, also around this time, I ended up going to her grandparents' house for the first time. She took me over there, and they stay. If you're from Houston, you know the side. They stay in the south side, and like the hood, they stay in the hood in the south side. So we went over there, and we went over there. She had like typical. It was me, Rotten, and Rotten's mom. We all went, and she had the typical grandma, sweet. Had cookies and what else did she have? She had cookies and pie sitting on the table in case we wanted some. Typical cute little house. It was in the hood, but it was a really cute little house. What else? It was her grandma and her step grandpa. Um, and so I'm just like, observing everything, meeting her grandparents, things like that. And as I'm observing, I'm like, we're like sitting at the table. I remember we were sitting at the table in their dining room, and we were just talking it up with her grandma. She was just like she was telling us about church and things like that. And I remember the step grandpa came into the room, and he was just like, he came in there. I think he had like a beer or something. And he was like just passing through because there was a door from where the garage was, or where they parked their cars. There was a door right there. So he walked in from that door and was going to the living room to, I guess, I don't know, watch TV or whatever. And he had like a little beer in his hand. And when I remember when he walked in, I seen Rotten's mom's facial expression and Rotten's facial expression, and I was just like, it was just a little weird. I was just like, it was the energy, like it was like really really weird. I was just like, they didn't even really talk. It was like he just walked through, and they kind of just like they kind of not jumped, but they just like had a weird face on their face, and I was just like sitting there thinking, that's weird. We're not gonna talk to him. Okay, I guess that's cool. And I just remember I was just thinking about that weird energy. Like, I wonder why they're not cool. Like, what's going on with that? And then I remember after we were like talking up with grandma, we ended up me and Rod and went to the restroom. And they had like a his and hers restroom, and so we were like talking about something. I don't remember what we were talking about in the restroom, but I remember the step grandpa passed by, and like he said something to Rotten like in a playful way, and I remember like her energy changed to this energy that was like fake and weird. Like it was like a fake happy relationship that they had together. Like it was like I don't know how to explain it. It was like the energy was like a it was like it was a fake happy relationship that there was like some secret there. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just know the relationship was weird between them. And I was like, okay. And so that was that with that situation. We ended up leaving their house and going on about our business. So shortly after that, uh, I remember Rotten hit me up another day, and she was just like, "Hey, I'm going to see um, one of the dudes that she's talking to, and we're gonna name him Stupid. We'll name him Stupid because he just made stupid decisions. It was even stupid that she was dating him, but whatever. I think they had already did the do, but she just wanted to have another meeting with him, and he was with his friends, so she wanted to bring me just to have somebody else there with her. So I thought. So we ended up. I was like, all right, cool, because you remember I was in the mood to, start getting out, start meeting guys, start meeting people, doing things, doing things. I was ready, basically. And so I remember she was like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna pick you up at such and such time, and we're gonna go meet up with them." And I was like, "All right, cool." So I get dressed, I get cute, and she picks me up. And so I remember we met up with them in like a parking lot. I think it was just like a normal grocery store parking lot, and we followed them to our destination. But they made a stop. The first stop that they made, they went to a smoke shop, and Stupid got out. And I think it was Stupid and one of his other friends. They don't really need a name because they're not that important. They got out, went in a smoke shop. It was a really quick situation. Went in a smoke shop, came back out. Give me 1 second. My cat is tripping. I'm just like, is this gonna be a thing that he does every time I do a story time? I mean, does he not? I know he doesn't like phones, but is he gonna just start doing stuff every time I do story time? I don't think my cat likes my story times. Like, dang. But anywho, um, they stop at the smoke shop and they go in, get something, and they come back out, and we start following them again in the car. So, the next destination, we pull up to a motel. I was young, I was dumb, and ready for fun. So that's why, basically, I guess I let them pull me up to a motel. As of now, it ain't nothing going down like that. Ain't nothing going down like that. Like, why we meeting up at a hotel? And that's a red flag. But whatever. So we pull up to the hotel. I remember Stupid and that same friend that got out when they went to the smoke shop got out the car and they went to go to the front desk to talk to them. And I remember they were having a lot of trouble trying to get the room. And I was just like looking, because we were sitting right in front of the room, and you can see in those windows and see everything that's going on. And it just was taking them a long time. And I'm just like, like, they ain't got no money? Like, what's going on? We ain't gotta go to the motel. I mean, why we even here? That's what I'm thinking. But I'm just like, they struggled. They basically struggled to get a room or whatever. And so they ended up finally getting it. And I remember we moved our cars to an actual parking spot. And we went up to the room. I remember out of their car, it was 3 friends and Stupid. They got out the car, and then me and Rotten got out the car, and we followed them to the room. And so when we get in this room, Stupid pulls out that bag that he got from the smoke shop, and he pulls out a little bag, and the bag said that it was weed, but it was legal weed. I don't know if you guys know about legal weed, but don't smoke it. Like, that is the most pointless thing to add to your life, to do to your life for no reason. It doesn't do you any good. All you do is basically sit there and have hallucinations and be tripping. That's it. So this is my first time ever even like seeing weed in person. Like, that's how sheltered I was. So he pulls it out, starts rolls it up. He hits it a little bit. I hit it a little bit and just started coughing like crazy. Like crazy. I was coughing up a storm. This was my first time ever smoking. And so, Rotten, next in the circle comes Rotten. Rotten was like, nah, I'm good on that. Like, she just like tore up her face real bad. She was like, I'm good. And I was like, okay. And then one of the other friends hit it, and then the other 2 don't hit it. It comes back to Stupid. He hits it like one more time, and then he just puts it out. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like, it kind of like hit me right away because it was like my first time ever smoking. I'm just like sitting there, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, And I just remember I looked over next to Rotten because she was like on this side of me. I looked over at her and I was just like, hey, I don't like this. And she just looks at me and she doesn't say anything. She didn't say nothing, came out her mouth, no side. She just kept her face straight, like, and she just looked at me. She didn't say anything. And I was just like, okay. And then so, I just sat there and I was like, all right, I guess she ain't gonna do nothing. And I just started like seeing like shadows and shit. And it just felt like, I don't know. I felt like I was outside of my body looking at myself. And so as time goes on, I just kept saying, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. And then so Stupid was like, hey, just like lay down. Maybe that'll help. Just lay down. So I lay down on one of the beds and I'm just like sitting there staring at the ceiling. And it just felt like it was a really bad dream. Like, one of those dreams that you just don't have no control over anything. And you're just sitting there trying to like basically do anything to help yourself, but you can't. And you're just seeing shit and dream is just going crazy, but there's nothing you could do about it. That's what it felt like. And so, I sat there for a bit. I really don't know how long it was. I just know I was sitting there for a long time until Stupid came over there and he was like, let's go to the vending machine and get you something to drink really quick. Why I had to go, I don't know. But they picked me up on both of their arms. It was Stupid and one of his friends. They picked me up on their arms like this, and then we walked over to the vending machine. And I remember they got me, I think it was a Sprite. And then we walked back to the room, and I was just like, I can't do that right now. I don't feel like drinking that. I just want to sit here and try to get it together or whatever. And so I lay back down, and I was just sitting there staring at the ceiling. And I was still observing them. And I always kept my right state of mind. I don't know what it is about me. I can be fucked up, drunk as a skunk, whatever. But I always keep my right state of mind. I really don't know if that's a good or a bad thing because I've been very fucked up before, and I'm just, my mind is perfect, but I'm fucked up type shit. But so I'm just sitting there. I got my right state of mind. And I'm making sure I don't fall asleep, and I'm observing them. I'm ear hustling on them a little bit, but I'm also like paying attention to what I'm going through. And so I just remember I was like hearing them, but it was kind of like starting to sound like mumbling. And so they would be sitting next to me on the other bed because it was like a twin room. And then they'll be outside. They'll go outside and talk. Then they would come back in the room, and then they would go outside and talk. They did that like 3 times. And I was just like, what the fuck? And Rotten never came over there to check on me. She never said anything to me while we were there. She might as well not even been there, in all honesty. But I just remember sitting there, and they were like, one of the guys would come over there and check on me and make sure, like they would be like, "Are you okay? You still up?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm still up. I don't like this. I just don't like this." And then they'll just walk away and they'll talk to the group again. And so, finally, Rotten comes over and she's like, "Hey, come on, let's go." And so, Stupid and that same guy that helped me the last time, they helped me to the car. And we get in the car and we head back home. Or she heads back to take me back home. And I just remember, I kept saying to still in the car, "I don't like this. This ain't right. Like, what? Why would somebody want to smoke that? That is just crazy." And she was not responding to me. She was just very quiet. She had just like a really big attitude. And I was just like, why the fuck you got an attitude? Like, are you allowed to have an attitude in the situation? Do you not see that I'm going through shit right now? And you have not a care in the world that I'm sitting here going through this shit? And then it seems like, now that I'm thinking about it, it seems like you knew what that legal weed was like in when we were going around and smoking it, because you denied it. But yet you didn't say anything. Like, yeah, you can't tell me what to do. You can't force me to do anything. But at the end of the day, you can warn me. Like, hey, girl, I don't know about that. I've done it before, or I heard about it before, and it does not do anything good. I don't think you should do that. But no, you didn't do that. You didn't do that. You just got an attitude when you see things, I don't know, like, did you want something more to happen? Because y'all kept checking on me just to see if I was asleep or see if I'm tripping out. But I'm tripping, but I'm keeping it very petite with how much I'm tripping. Did that bother you? That's my question. Did that bother you? Because you wasn't trying to check for me. You was not there for me. You didn't care what was going on with me. Why do you got attitude? But so she ends up dropping me off at home. Didn't even wait to see if like I made it inside and shit. Just like left and went home. And we went our separate ways. After then, I distanced myself from her. I was not fucking with her. Wasn't trying to see her outside of work. When we were at work, I would keep it cordial. She would come work with all that, talking all that bullshit about all these new niggas that she was talking to. And I was just convinced. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you out here talking to, but I'm not I'm not feeling it. I'm good on it. You can keep that wherever you got it, but I'm good on it. We would still come to work, and we would like be talking only basically in the break room because I would be avoiding her, even on the floor, like try to do anything to stay away from her and keep on the other side of the department store and things like that. Um, yeah, we didn't really see each other outside of work much after that. I remember the next odd thing that happened was um, when I would like meet dudes, whether it was they would follow me on Instagram or I was kind of still a little bit shy. Like I'm not shy at all no more. Like at all. I used to be so shy. The layers were just falling off as I got older. Like I got more and more unshy. But in this stage, um, I was still a little bit shy, so I would still meet some guys online, and then also when I would meet them out in real life, I would just be like, "Hey, just take my Instagram, follow me on Instagram." So I was kind of getting a lot of followers on Instagram at this time, and a majority of them were guys, and I started noticing too that all the guys, like they would be following me, and then I would see that they were on Rotten's Instagram as well. And so I just remember one day, and I was just like, I hit her up because it just didn't make sense, like for us to be having the exact same. I forgot how I discovered it at that time, but I just remember seeing that all the guys that were on my Instagram were on her Instagram, and I'm just like, you were not with me when I was meeting a lot of these guys, so how do you have the same guys on your Instagram? That's that's weird. So after I like noticed it, I hit her up and I was just like, "Hey, um, are you following all the guys that are on my Instagram?" And I remember she responded. She was just like,
It's just guys on Instagram. They're not like entitled to you. Why I can't follow them too? I was like,
"So you're just going down in the row and following all the guys that are on my Instagram and then trying to talk to them?" And she basically what she was trying to say.
I'm not trying to be with these niggas. I don't need these niggas. I don't want these niggas.
And I'm just like thinking in my head, then why are you following all the niggas that oh my you just what do you want them for? Like if you just trying to follow them and play them, like what? It don't make it make sense. What? But I'm just like, but why are you following all the dudes on my Instagram specifically, like, and trying to talk to the guys on my Instagram, like, and she never answered because there's no answer. That's just weird. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And so I was just like, okay, that's weird, but okay. And I don't know. I don't think I did anything about it. I think she just continued to just keep following all the dudes that was on all my social sites and just try to talk to them. I don't know if it was a competitive thing. I don't know really what it was about, why she was doing that, but it was weird. We ended up that made me talk to her even less after that because I'm just like, girl, you trying to compete with me? You not trying to be my friend? Are you trying to put me in dangerous situations? You ain't my friend. And so I really wasn't talking to her. I had took some time away from her. I was traveling. I started traveling. This is when I started traveling a bit, and I was just minding my business. And so I remember there was a point in time where my sister, she was dating this guy from Detroit that she had met at college, and he had came down for a visit, and they wanted to go out and party. Shoot, I wanted to go out and party. I was always down for the party. And so we didn't have a car at this time. So Robin was the only one we really just knew that had a car. So we hit her up and we were like, "Hey, you trying to go out tonight? We in the mood to party." And she was like, "Yeah, that's cool. I'll pick you guys up at such and such time." And I was like, "All right, cool." So we all got dressed, we got cute, and we prepared to go to this club downtown. She picked us up. We go to the club, and while we were at the club, It was really packed in there, and it was getting like more and more packed the longer that we were there. But the music was so trash. I can't stand a club with trash ass music. It's not that hard. I mean, it's a certain amount of selections. Play some twerk music. Play some music where the niggas can bob their head to. That's all you really need. All the other shit, just stop it. Like I just sometimes I really want to go have a talk with the DJ. Like, hey, bro, what is it? What's going on? Like, why did you choose that song? Why? And then you got more bad ones after. Like, why? You know what we here for? You know what gets what gets the cheeks moving. Like you know. And you know what a nigga wanna hear because you a nigga, right? But music was trash. So it wasn't even like 30 minutes and we was like, all right, time to go, let's peace out. I didn't do really too much club hopping at that time, so it was like one and done for me. So I don't remember what the club was called, but I remember it was 18 and up, which I'm so happy I don't have to go to 18 and ups anymore because they're childish and I don't got time for that. But this club had the longest stairwell to get to the top I've ever seen in my life. And I'm just like, why would you do that to somebody? Like, why would you do that to these girls walking around in these heels to where they got to walk all the way up these stairs, go up there, twerk? Well, maybe not twerk because y'all ain't playing no good music anyway. But once they do all that dancing, moving around, walking, getting drunk and shit, walk all the way down back these stairs? Y'all ain't got no elevator? But it is what it is. So, our 30 minutes was up. We was heading out. And I just remember we were doing that leave the club walk where you like step, wait for your friends, step, wait for your friends, step, wait for your friends. And as we're doing our, step and wait, we walked by these three girls. They were three funny looking girls. I ain't gonna lie to you. And so I just remember I did my first step and I was in front of the first friend, and then I did my second step and I was in front of the girl that was in the middle because they were lined up 1, 2, 3, and I was in front of the middle girl. And so as I'm standing in front of the girl that's in the middle and I'm waiting for the people in the front to move out the way so I could take my next step, I remember she like tapped me on the shoulder and she was like,
if you're gonna walk out, then keep walking. That's what you're doing, and you need to keep walking.
So something I used to do or something I do from time to time, if I'm just not in the mood, I don't really argue, I fight. But if I'm not even in the mood to even go there with you because I just don't see the point, all I do is I'll like turn and look at you. And I'll just do that for like 3 seconds. So like 1, 2, 3. And then I'll turn back around. And then continue doing what I'm doing. Because what's the point of the conversation of that? Like there's no... I stayed there for like 3 more seconds. Waited for them to pass. And I just took my next step. And got on out the club. So we headed back to the crib. And there's something else about rotten when it came to driving. I don't know who taught that girl how to drive, but I'm pretty sure it was herself. But goddamn, it's like this girl was competing to be the worst driver. Like this girl, like this girl would be like hitting corners, driving fast, stopping, like just random dumb shit where it's like, girl, you need to maybe you shouldn't be dropping, you need to calm down first of all. And she was just a terrible ass driver, and it seemed like she was doing it on purpose because like at the end of the day too, on top of her being a bad driver, she was trying to be cute with it, like the one hand and like speeding like a mug, little stuff like that. And so I just remember as we was like on the way back, I was like, hey man, like calm down. I was like, I'm trying to make it home. And so I just remember she responded, she was like,
I'm driving. I can drive however I want. It's my car. I can do whatever I want.
And I just remember I was just thinking in my head, you know what? You're right. It's your car. I mean, I would think that you would want us all to make it home, but it's your car. You got it. But damn, I can't say anything to protect my life. But okay, you got it. You got it. You got it. I'm not even really trying to talk to you anymore anyway. You got it. Um, and then so we actually made it home, and when we get there, we go upstairs. She follows us upstairs. Why I don't know. And she comes in the house with us. And I just remember I was like about to do my usual get undressed, take my shower, the whole works. And as I'm passing up our dining room table, I put my $20. I had $20 in cash on top of my wallet, and I just go to the back and do my due. And so when I'm finished and I come back out in my night clothes and everything, I go back to pick up my money and stuff, and I see that my $20 is gone. So Rodden had already left, and it was just my sister and her boyfriend sitting in the living room area together. And I turned to them. I'm like, "Hey, I was like, hey, did you touch my money? Did you move something?" And my sister's like, "Oh no, we've been sitting here watching TV the whole time, waiting for you to come back out." And she was like, "I don't know what happened to it. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't even know you put your money there." And I was just like, did this girl take my money?" And so I went and got my phone and I messaged her, and I was just like, "Did you take my $20 off the table before you left?" And she messaged back and she was like,
"Why would I take your $20? I don't need your $20. Could I do that? I got my own money. I don't need your money."
I mean, in the situation, I was already pissed off at her. She was already getting on my nerves. So she was suspect number one, to be completely honest. And I really still to this day feel like she was the one that took them $20, because who else wouldn't take my money? Like, my sister's boyfriend had guap. And why would my sister take my money? It just doesn't make sense. And you just a petty ass bitch. Like, it just seems like I'm just gonna say it was you, because who else would do it? Who else in that situation would do that but you? And so I sent back a long text message, a done with you text message, I like to say. I was just like, you know what? I was like, the only reason why I invited you out tonight was because you had a car. I have not been fooling with you. You weird. You do some weird shit. I don't like the way you move. Don't talk to me no more. We are not friends no more. Don't hit me up no more. We ain't cool. I don't know if she responded. If she did, it wasn't that important, because I don't even remember what she said, because I was already done in the first place. And I just remember my sister's boyfriend was like, "Oh my gosh, you sent that to your friend? You gonna send that to your friend? You can't send that to your friend." And I was just like, "Bro, that's not a friend. She's not a friend. There's something seriously wrong with her." And I was like, I'm not gonna speak to her no more. That's not a friend." And so after that day, I never spoke to Rotten again. We was done for real. I hadn't heard from her. She never tried to talk to me again. If we ever kept in contact, it was gonna end up coming to a fight. And me, the type of person I am, I don't have I have high tolerance in a way. Like, I'm not gonna do nothing to you if you don't do nothing to me. I'm not gonna fight you if you don't fight me. But I mean, if you don't provoke me first. But it's easy for me to be taken there. If you I give you 3 strikes, and if you 1, 2, 3, then I'm like, strike us out, let's fight. Like, that's how I am. And I just feel like the way our relationship was going, it was leading to a fight. Like, it was going to end up happening. Just the way she was disrespecting me on a regular basis, and I just, why not just avoid that and just cut you out of my life altogether? And I was never scared to fight her, but she was certified in karate. She had to go certify herself with the state to say that she was a weapon. So if she ever got in a fight, she would like go to jail type stuff because they taught her like all types of crazy shit of how you could kill people. So I also feel like if we did fight, um, I'll get my licks in. I would, handle myself pretty well. But I feel like in her mind, it wouldn't just be trying to like hash some beef out. It'd be like, okay, I finally got the opportunity. I'm about to try to do something serious, like really try to like basically harm me to a lethal state, basically. I mm, that's what I seen from her. So ain't nobody got time for that. I'm trying to live. I'm trying to live a peaceful life. I ain't even trying to be sitting around beefing with you. Like that's your business. Like you got all that hostility against me for whatever reason. That's your business. Um, the last time I heard from Rotten or seen Rotten was actually recently. I had gotten on my most recent boyfriend's Instagram, and it was like followed by um, Rotten 2. I was like, huh? I was like, who is this? So I got on the page, and I seen it was her, and I was just like, what the? I was like, you're following my most recent boyfriend? Like, you still been keeping up and watching me? Like, girl, you still doing this? Girl. And so I actually I had sent her a friend request because I seen she was following me too, and I was like, why not? And so when she like actually didn't accept my friend request for like 2 months, and then she finally opened it up, and then I got on there, and I seen that she does have a kid now. She only has like 2 photos of her kid. It's like old photos, and the rest of the photos is just naked photos of her. I'm not on there for that. She's a very pretty girl, and she ain't bony no more. But like, now she's not bad shape either. She's not extra skinny no more either. But I don't want to get on here and see a body. I don't care to see that. That's not my cup of tea. She actually also had like in her bio like hard on a hoe, um, hard on a hoe productions and shit like that. And baddest bitch alive and shit like that. And after not too long of finding out that she was following me, I was like going through a phase where I was just like I was starting a few businesses, and you start them out on your Instagram, and you like show what you're doing. And I just seen like even like when White Chocolate was like starting her little business, I was like there for her. I was like always supporting her, liking all her shit, just to make sure she got any likes on it, because you know how people be. And I was just there for her in all sorts of ways, like giving her like little pep talks and things like that. But I just seemed like I wasn't getting the same feedback from her, like when it was like came to me. So I was just like, you know what? I went through a phase, and I was just like, if you're not here for me, get off my shit. So I just like blocked both of them, and haven't looked back. Don't even want to look back. I've been chilling, doing my own thing. But yeah, like if you dealing with a friend who just you don't see that they cater to you in the way that you would like cater to them. Not that they have to be at for you hand and foot all day every day, but like you can tell when somebody's really not there for you. And like you could tell when somebody has like bad intentions for you too. Like believe it, people really have bad intentions for your life, and they really sometimes be out to get you. So you really need to get them out of your life before they succeed. um but yeah, that's that for this video. That's gonna be the end of the series for her. I have a few stories about her, so they may come up, but as of right now, that's all I'm dedicating to her. um My next video is more than likely going to be a fashion video. I'm also going to be dropping a video about how to start your fitness journey. I'm a certified dietitian as well as personal trainer, so I'm gonna just give y'all a few tips on how to do so. And then also, I gained some weight recently, some relationship weight, so I'm gonna start my journey again, and I'm gonna show you how I start my journey, and I'll show you guys how like a 5 week beginning of a journey goes and how it should go to basically get the weight off quick. Cause it's easy for me. I just be lazy sometimes, but yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.
Ayo, Black Country.